Hey, y'all, Scott Horton here for WallStreetWindow.com. Mike Swanson knows his stuff. He made a killing running his own hedge fund and always gets out of the stock market before the government-generated bubbles pop, which is, by the way, what he's doing right now, selling all his stocks and betting on gold and commodities. Sign up at WallStreetWindow.com and get real-time updates from Mike on all his market moves. It's hard to know how to protect your savings and earn a good return in an economy like this. Mike Swanson can help. Follow along on paper and see for yourself. WallStreetWindow.com. All right, y'all, Scott Horton Show. I'm him. Sign up for the podcast feeds at scotthorton.org. And introducing Malik Jalal. This is the spotlight article today on antiwar.com, this unbelievable piece running in the independent.co.uk. I am on the kill list. This is what it feels like to be hunted by drones. Welcome to the show, Malik. Greetings from Texas. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, from grace of God.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. I guess my first question would be if you could explain where it is you're from and why it is that you believe that you are on the kill list.
मतलब बताएंगे कि आप कहाँ के रहने वाले हैं, कहाँ से ताल्लुक रखते हैं और क्यों आपको लगता है आप किल लिस्ट के ऊपर हैं?
मेरा नाम मलक जलालुद्दीन वजीरिस्तान है। मैं शुमाली वजीरिस्तान का रहने वाला हूँ और मेरा गांव का नाम का निरोगा मंजरखेल है। मैं वहाँ पर अमन कमेटी का मेंबर हूँ और ग्रैंड जरगे का मेंबर भी हूँ। मेरा काम ये है कि जहाँ पर भी कोई हादसा पेश आ जाए तो वहाँ मैं पहुँच जाऊँगा और उन लोगों की मदद करूँगा। तो जब से ये ड्रोन हमले शुरू हो जाए तो मैं हर जगह जाता था। जिस जगह पर ड्रोन हमले हो जाते मैं वहाँ जाता और उस लोगों की मदद करता और उनको दफन करते, उनको अस्पताल में ले जाते। ये मेरा पेशा है।
My name is Malik Jalaluddin. I am a tribal elder from North Waziristan and my village is Kani Roga Manzrakhel. I am a member of North Waziristan Grand Jirga and North Waziristan Peace Committee. And for a decade I've been playing this role of a peace negotiator between the government and the other factions in the North Waziristan area. Since the inception of drone strikes program in North Waziristan, I've been very vocal against the program and have been speaking in favor of protection of my people. I have been visiting most of the strike sites, helping the victims, clearing the bodies, and also being very outspoken against the United States drone strike program. And I've personally been targeted in several strikes where I just missed being targeted myself. That's why I believe I am in that kill list which the President Obama has made.
Okay, and do you have any association with any militant groups that the Americans might be, at least officially targeting, like the Taliban, or is it just this peace committee that seems to be the problem?
मलिक साहब, आपका किसी भी जहादी तंजीम के साथ या तालिबान के साथ कोई ताल्लुक है जिसकी वजह से अमेरिका आपको निशाना बनाना चाहता है या सिर्फ पीस कमेटी की वजह से?
मेरा काम सिर्फ वहाँ पर मैं किसी तंजीम से ताल्लुक नहीं रखता हूँ, लेकिन मेरा काम ये है कि मैं वजीरिस्तान में जिस जगह पर कोई जुल्म हो जाता है लोगों के साथ, आवाम के साथ, तो मैं वहाँ जाता हूँ उसकी मदद करना। मैं सिर्फ पीस कमेटी का मेंबर हूँ जहाँ अमन की ख्वाहिश करता हूँ और अमन लाने में बहुत अहम किरदार अदा करता हूँ। इसी वजह पर अमेरिका वजीरिस्तान में अमन नहीं चाहता, वो जंग चाहते हैं। इसी वजह पर कुछ लोगों को, हमारे जरगे वालों को निशाना बनाया और मैं भी इसमें शामिल था, लेकिन मैं डरता हूँ कि मुझे निशाना नहीं बनाते, तो मैंने 2013 में अपने वजीरिस्तान को छोड़ दिया।
No, sir, I'm not a member of any band organization or any militant organization. I'm a tribal elder representative of my people, which are thousands of people, and I play a very vital and important role for peace and maintaining of peace in North Waziristan area. The only affiliation I have is with North Waziristan Peace Committee, and it was because of that work that I was targeted so many times, and because of which I was forced to leave my area and forced to leave leading my people from North Waziristan, and I had to migrate out of Waziristan in 2013, and since then, because of the threat of being killed in a drone strike, I'm living away from the area.
Okay, now I'm sure this must be very difficult for you, but could you please briefly describe the various attempts on your life?
आप मुख्तसरन बता सकते हैं कि जो आपकी जिंदगी पे मुख्तलिफ हमले हुए इनके बारे में?
हाँ, मैं तो तकरीबन मैंने सारे हमले बहुत से हमलों को देखा है अपने आंखों से कि वो 2-3-4 किलोमीटर के फासले पर हुआ है। मिसाइल भी फायर करना भी मैंने देखा है। और वहाँ पर जब मैं चला गया वो तो वहाँ पर लोगों की मदद और उस लाशों को दफनाने वहाँ पर भी मैंने इंतजाम किए। लेकिन कोई खास जगह जो 5 जगह पर मुझे ये बिल्कुल सख्ती से यकीन हुआ कि ये हमला हम पर होने वाला था, लेकिन बदकिस्मती से दूसरे लोगों पर, गरीब लोगों पर हो गया। वो एक दत्ता खेल में था जो जिस जरगे में मैं जा रहा था उसी पर हमला हो गया। और दूसरा जब मैं मदाखिल से दाखिल आ रहा था तो रास्ते में हमारे गाड़ी के साथ दूसरे गाड़ी को निशाना बनाया जो हमारे गाड़ी के शीशे भी टूट गए।
There have been several strikes that I've witnessed firsthand, and most of the time I would be few kilometers away from them, and sometime I would actually see the Hellfire missile coming out of the sky and attacking areas. But there are about 4 or 5 strikes particularly where I was targeted, and one of such was on a jirga which I was supposed to be attending, and I was running late few minutes, and I was only a kilometer away getting in my car that I saw that jirga being targeted, and 4 of my other colleagues who were also peace negotiators, they got killed in that. There was another time when I was traveling in my car, an SUV, and there was a similar SUV, same make, same model, same color, few meters behind me, and it was targeted. And people who were in that SUV, they were ordinary villagers from my village. They were not people of any importance or interest to United States. They were not even militants. They were just day laborers. So I assumed the target was myself. Another such occasion was when I was invited to another friend's house for dinner, and when I was to reach that place, I just gave a call to my friend saying I will be there in a few minutes, and then that house was targeted, and only person that was killed in that house was the servant of the house, who was a poor guy once again, not a threat to United States, not a militant. So it's very clear that I was the target of that strike.
And now, do they target the other members of the North Waziristan Peace Committee as well? It seems like it's the opposition to the Taliban who are getting the brunt of the force here.
कह रहे हैं कि आपके अलावा पीस कमेटी किसी मेंबर को निशाना बनाया था?
बिल्कुल, मेरे अलावा भी जो मैं जिस जगह पे मैं जा रहा था उसमें 4 मेंबर थे। कुल 27 बंदे थे जो सारे के सारे शहीद हो गए दाखिल में जो जरगे पर हमला हो गया। लेकिन वो हमारे जो नजदीक दोस्त थे और जरगे वाले थे और जाने पहचाने लोग थे और सारी उम्र उसके साथ गुजारी थी, वो भी 4 बंदे उसमें खत्म हो गए।
Yes, there were other peace negotiators who were targeted as well. For example, that Jirga strike I mentioned, 4 of my other colleagues died that day who were peace negotiators and actually senior than me. After their death, now I'm the senior person who is working as peace negotiator. But they're the ones who were targeted in that. It's basically United States which is against peace in Waziristan, and they did not or still do not want issues to be resolved among us through negotiations.
Right, and yeah, I'm sorry, I misspoke a little bit there. That is what I meant, not necessarily the opposition to the Taliban, but those who are willing to, it sounds like, negotiate with them to the degree that the war could actually be ended, perhaps.
Yeah, this is what he answered in his question.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sorry about the mess up there. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that. So now, well, are there any Al-Qaeda guys around, any Egyptians or Saudis or Arab friends of Osama bin Laden still running around in Waziristan?
ओसामा जब अफगानिस्तान जब दुनिया ये कहते थे कि अलकायदा वाले सारे वजीरिस्तान में आए, लेकिन जब मुशर्रफ ने पकड़े तो आप बताए कि कौन सा अलकायदा इस 15 सालों में किसी ने पकड़ा हो वजीरिस्तान में। जो अमेरिका के हवाले किए होते सारे कराची, लाहौर वगैरह में पकड़े गए। ओसामा भी आपको खुद मालूम है कि कहाँ पड़ता और कहाँ रहता था। ये सिर्फ वजीरिस्तान पर इल्जाम है और वो सिर्फ वजीरिस्तान को टारगेट बनाया था, टारगेट बनाने के लिए।
Well, you know very well where most of the Al-Qaeda people got arrested from. No one was really arrested from Waziristan. A lot of lieutenants of Osama bin Laden were arrested from Karachi and Lahore and other big cities like Rawalpindi. And you very well also know where Osama himself was captured from. That's not Waziristan again, that was Abbottabad. So all these cities had nothing to do with Waziristan. I don't think there's any Egyptian or Saudi or any of that sort in Waziristan, and now it's not possible because there's a Pakistani military operation which has just ended, and according to Pakistani military declaration, they have cleared the area of any threat.
So the drone war in Waziristan then is only against the Pakistani Taliban and those who would negotiate with them?
आपके ख्याल में जो ड्रोन की जंग है वो अमेरिका की तरफ से अगर वहाँ पे अलकायदा वाले लोग नहीं थे तो सिर्फ पाकिस्तानी तालिबान और पीस नेगोशिएटर्स जैसे आप थे अमन के जो कल उनके खिलाफ थी
बिल्कुल ये आवाम के खिलाफ थी ये कोई ना अलकायदा तो मैंने आपको बता दिया हो सकता है कुछ अलकायदा वाले 2, 3 या 10 बंदे वहां पर भी उनमें ड्रोन में हलाक हो गए हों लेकिन सारे हमले जो हमने अपने आंखों से देखे 27 हमले मैंने अपने आंखों से देखे जो वहां पर मैं चला गया हूं उसकी बंदोबस्त किया हूं जख्मियों के अस्पताल ले जाया हूं तो उसमें सारे एक भी ना अलकायदा वाला था ना अफगानिस्तानी था तालिबान
It is in my view it's in a war against the people of Waziristan. There might be few dozen Al-Qaeda associated people that US would have killed in these strikes, but the majority of people that have been killed, they are ordinary people of Waziristan. I am an eyewitness to 27, at least 27 drone strikes myself, where I went to the scene, cleared the debris, took out the victims, and the injured ones, took them to hospital. Not even a single strike involved anyone from Al-Qaeda or an outsider for that matter. The strikes have been focusing and terrorizing the people of Waziristan. Hundreds of thousands of people of Waziristan lived under drones for a very long time, and their life was miserable under these.
And now maybe this is a question for the lawyer from Jen from Reprieve. How is it that someone who's on the CIA's kill list is able to get into the United Kingdom?
Jen is not in the room. She's gone.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the translator. Perhaps you guys have tackled this one before. Do you know how someone who's on the CIA's kill list is able to get into the UK?
Scott, I'm acting as a translator, but I am Malik Jalal's lawyer, so you can ask the question.
Okay, I understand. Okay, and then he mentions in the article as well that the drone strikes radicalize more and more people rather than calming them down. They just make matters worse for the future. Could he elaborate on that point?
You want Malik Jalal to elaborate or myself?
Yeah, well, him, please. Or you too. You can add your 2 cents if you want.
Malik sahab, जो लोगों को दहशतगर्द ज़्यादा पैदा होते हैं ड्रोन की वजह से, उसके ऊपर आपका क्या कहना है?
बस मेरा कहना तो ये है कि मैंने भाई ऐसे बंदों को देखा है जो उसने सारे कारोबारी लोग थे कुछ मजदूरी के लिए फॉरेन चले गए थे लेकिन जब उसके घरों पर ड्रोन हमले हो गए तो वो सारे के सारे दहशतगर्द बन गए ओबामा ये कहते हैं कि ये है दहशतगर्दों के खिलाफ मौसर हथियार है लेकिन हम लोग यही कहते हैं कि ये दहशतगर्दी बढ़ाने के लिए दहशतगर्दों को पैदा करने और दहशतगर्दों को ज्यादा करने के लिए ये मौसर हथियार है
Yes, of course, that's the situation. It is extremely counterproductive, and there are many strikes where I've seen where the family had nothing to do with militancy or fight against Americans, and after their loved one was killed, half of that family would be extremely radicalized. There would be people who would be going on with their lives, business people, workers working in other cities and other countries. But once drones hit their family, it's a strong family culture, society, strong family ties, and one person being killed from that family in an unjustified manner brings many people of that family to fight against Americans, and this is the counterproductive part which US has to understand.
Okay, and I guess this will be my last question, and I'm kind of sorry to bring this up, but it's in the article, and I think it's important
because honestly, Waziristan is just so far away. It's hard for Americans to see why they should care, honestly. And I was wondering if he could tell the story about sleeping outside and his 6-year-old son wanting to sleep outside with him because of the fear of the drones, and the rest of the story of his family and their fear.
मतलब थोड़ा सा वो कह रहा है कि अमेरिकी अवाम चूंकि इतना दूर है तो उनको तो ना कुछ पता है, इस वजह से उनको फिक्र नहीं होती। लेकिन अगर आप कुछ बताना चाहें किस तरह वो आप जब वज़ीरिस्तान में रह रहे थे तो कितना मुश्किल था, ड्रोन की हमलों की वजह से आपको बाहर दरख्त के बाद सोना पड़ता था और आपको बेटा भी आपके साथ आता था, और घर वालों के लिए क्या मुश्किल थी, और आपने जब घर छोड़ा तो उनकी हिफाजत के लिए छोड़ा।
वजीरिस्तान में जब से ड्रोन हमले शुरू हो गए तो हमारा कल्चर पहले तो हमारा बच्चों की तालीम तबाह हो गई कि उनके स्कूल बच्चे नहीं जाते थे, वहां पर डरते थे कि हम पर ड्रोन हमला होने वाला है। हमारे कल्चर हमारे वहां पर जरगे होते हैं, जो मामले हो जाते हैं तो हम 200-300 तक बंदे एक जगह जमा होते हैं, खुद अपने फैसले करते हैं। लेकिन जब से ये ड्रोन हमले शुरू हुए हमारे तालीम भी तबाह हो गई, हमारे बच्चे बिल्कुल ज़हनी मरीज बन गए। जो एक सर्वे के मुताबिक सिर्फ नॉर्थ वज़ीरिस्तान में 4 लाख से ज्यादा बच्चे ज़हनी मरीज बन चुके हैं। इसी तरह हमारे माए बहने दिन रात रोते हैं। और जब हम घर में सो रहे थे तो जब हर वक्त वो वहाँ पर ड्रोन हमले प्रवास करते हैं तो मैं अपने घर को रात के वक्त छोड़ दिया, कोई दूसरे जगह पर जाना चाहता था। मेरा ये ख्याल था कि अगर मैं निशाना बने, ऐसा न हो कि मेरा छोटे छोटे बच्चा और हमारे बीवी भाई निशाना बने। तो एक दिन हमारे छोटा सा बेटा है जिस 7 साल की उम्र की है, जिसका नाम हिलाल है, वो हमारे पीछे पीछे रात के वक्त हमारे साथ बाहर चला गया। तो मैंने उससे कह दिया कि बच्चा आप घर में सो जाए, आपको कुछ नहीं कहते ये अमेरिकी ड्रोन। उसने कह दिया कि मैंने अपने आंखों से देखे है कि बहुत से छोटे छोटे बच्चों को निशाना बनाया, तो मैं कैसे अपने घर में रहूं। वो मेरी बिल्कुल वजीरिस्तान की जिंदगी तबाह कर दी है। अब बिल्कुल वजीरिस्तान निस्त के बराबर है जिस वक्त से ड्रोन हमले शुरू हुए।
The drone wars have made an impact on life in Waziristan, not just on individuals who are being targeted or who could be targeted, but also the life in general. Thousands of women and children who lived in Waziristan under drones. They are living under the constant fear of being targeted because there's no pattern, nothing makes sense. Jirgas have been targeted, funerals have been targeted, our weddings have been targeted. Bakeries, schools, name anything, and that pattern of life has been targeted. There was no communal life, no social life left. We wouldn't be even able to hold our jirgas to negotiate and consolidate issues. So the whole pattern of life was destroyed. I personally was living under this fear because, as you know, I've been targeted so many times that once when there were too many drones flying overhead, so in the evening I decided that I should not stay at home because of me. If the US wants to target me, they might actually end up harming my family as well. So I went outside and slept under the tree, and 7-year-old son of mine, Hilal, he came after me and he also wanted to spend the night there. And when I said to him, don't worry, you can go home and sleep there because they wouldn't kill the child, and he answered back saying, how do you know, father, they don't kill a child? I myself have seen with my own eyes children being killed in drones. So don't tell me they don't target children. And that was the turning point for me, thinking I cannot be living here and also keeping my family who might be targeted because of me. So I have to take them out. This is why I took them out.
All right. Well, in closing, sir, I'm sorry. On behalf of at least many Americans who have no control over our government, very sorry about what's happened to you, what's happening to you, but I really appreciate your time on the show today, and really appreciate all your efforts to bring your plight and your people's plight to the attention of the civilians of the West. Some of us really do care.
Thank you. Thank you for doing the interview, Scott. Malik is also thanking you.
Okay, thanks again, both of you.
Thanks, Scott.
This part of the Scott Horton Show is sponsored by Audible.com. And right now, if you go to audibletrial.com/Scott Horton Show, you can get your first audiobook for free. Of course, I'm recommending Michael Swanson's book, The War State, The Cold War Origins of the Military-Industrial Complex and the Power Elite. Maybe you've already bought The War State in paperback, but you just can't find the time to read it. Well, now you can listen while you're out marching around. Get the free audio book of The War State by Michael Swanson, produced by Listen and Think Audio at audibletrial.com/Scott Horton Show. Hey, all, Scott Horton here. It's always safe to say that one should keep at least some of your savings in precious metals as a hedge against inflation. And if this economy ever does heat back up and the banks start expanding credit, rising prices could make metals a very profitable bet. Since 1977, Robertson Roberts Brokerage Inc. has been helping people buy and sell gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, and they do it well. They're fast, reliable, and trusted for more than 35 years. And they take Bitcoin. Call Robertson Roberts at 1-800-874-9760 or stop by rrbi.co. Hey, Al, Scott Horton here to tell you about this great new book by Michael Swanson, The War State. In The War State, Swanson examines how Presidents Truman, Eisenhower, and Kennedy both expanded and fought to limit the rise of the new national security state after World War II. If this nation is ever to live up to its creed of liberty and prosperity for everyone, we are going to have to abolish the empire. Know your enemy. Get The War State by Michael Swanson. It's available at your local bookstore or at Amazon.com in Kindle or in paperback. Just click the book in the right margin at scotthorton.org or thewarstate.com.